Okay, gamers, welcome back to FPE, specifically Fast Pace for Pride 2025. Thank you all so much for getting this incentive met. We are going to be doing a quick any % run of Soul Reaver 2 on the remastered version. So the remastered version of this game specifically is nearly identical to the original release of Soul Reaver 2, but the differences tend to make this run better and more consistent. So that's cool. Like I mentioned earlier during the Soul Reaver 1 OG run, this run goes by very fast, and it is extremely broken. So you may remember this game. I like to jokingly call this game Peak Fiction, the video game, where it's this really amazing, well-told, dark gothic fantasy story with like a bit of a Zelda game attached to it. But the speedrun for this is, let's just say there's some tech that might carry over from Soul Reaver, or the first Soul Reaver. But assuming we're good to go, I'm going to do the similar countdown where we're going to start time on 5 and start the timer on 0. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you. So right off the start, we're doing this run on controller for a bunch of different reasons, but most importantly, the breakout glitch and time stop is back. So time stop has a very interesting property in this game where when you first activate it, it means you can walk in thin air. And so what I'm going to start to do here is try to position myself in this door so that I can clip through it without accidentally unloading the... Hold on 1 second. There we go. So what I'm doing to get... basically what I'm doing is activating the breakout glitch and then double tapping the glitch select menu, for lack of a better term. This is going to prime it so that when certain things occur, the glitch select menu immediately pops up and triggers this like time stop state again, right? And so in time stop, in this game, you can walk through walls, floors, and on thin air. And so by being in the spot we're in right now and doing that very first time stop walk, we have already skipped multiple hours of content. You're intended to get the dark and light Reavers, but we clipped through the door with... we no-clipped through a wall with time stop, completely skipping those 2 upgrades. So we skipped 2 dungeons basically within the span of 30 seconds. And next we're going to do a time stop door jump where basically I prep time stop to happen the moment I kind of jump midair and then sort of let it go. Whenever you're doing one of these time stop walks, you have to be very careful when you jump, because the first time you jump, you will then start to be able to fall through floor collisions. So we're going to abuse this a couple of times here, where I'm going to kind of let go of the breakout glitch state in order to trigger time stop. And then once that happens, I can tap back the glitch select menu again in order to regain normal control. So from here, once we skip that cutscene, one of the easiest ways to get the breakout glitch... getting the breakout glitch is infinitely easier in Soul Reaver 2. The easiest way is to target, an enemy and, in first person, and then auto-face them. For whatever reason, that'll just let you walk around in first person. And then all the crazy stuff you can do with the breakout glitch kind of, starts to begin to apply. So, yeah, we've already skipped 2 dungeons. We're not even really going to ever enter any of the dungeons. The kind of storyline of the Soul Reaver 2 speedrun is Raziel meets up with Morbius. That was Morbius, by the way, in that opening cutscene we skipped. Morbius is like, hey, I took your free will. If you go this way, I'm sure you'll find it. So then we go to one end of this, cave where the free will is supposed to be. And then we're like, oh, crap, Morbius lied to us. So then we head back in the opposite direction, back to Morbius, to be like, hey, give me my free will back. And then we kill someone else, who I won't say who, just to kind of get it out of our system. No joke. That is literally the sequence of events in the speedrun. I could even, try to explain what's going on in the story, but first of all, you should play it yourself, because, again, this game is peak fiction. But that being said, in a moment here, I'm going to set up the breakout glitch. The double crouch jump glitch actually does carry over into this game from Soul Reaver 1. I'm playing on a controller because typically when you walk around with the breakout glitch active, because the left stick moves Raziel as well as moves the camera, it like becomes like impossible to see where you're going. So on controller, you can actually use the D-pad to walk around and maintain camera control in the breakout state. So we did a double crouch jump right there. They're a bit slower and clunkier to set up in this game, and they apply a lot more to longer form categories of this game, like all Reavers, which is kind of your all dungeons category for this game. But you'll see one there and one in another spot. We skip a cutscene there that'll give us an automatic entrance into the spectral realm here. And we're gonna do another time stop. There's a lot of little like time stop sequences that we do just to avoid some backtracking, but all of the rules of loading zones and loading planes that we talked about in Soul Reaver 1 still apply here, where I need to make sure I trigger them in order, otherwise I won't have anywhere to go when I get through to the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and get the breakout glitch. Again, literally, it's just that easy. You literally, like, go into first person, and then you press auto face, or Z target. It's that easy.
Can I poke in for...
I just saw it. Go ahead.
Can I poke in for a second? So two things. Two things. One, we have a $35 donation from Terminator's cousin, and that unlocked the Rogue Squadron incentive.
Oh my god.
Which means that we've already opened the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii Garomi costume incentive. That's $300. That'll be a run tomorrow. If you haven't seen the Garomi costume, please look that up. And because I'm not going to take an opportunity, I'm not going to not take an opportunity when I see it. We have a $15 donation from Adam, and that put us at $1,000 raised for the day.
Oh my god. Thank you all so much. I am just like blown away. Holy crap. Yeah, so now we're in like the tunnel I was talking about, where it's like you go through a tunnel to like the Alps, and supposedly your free will was in the Alps. Spoiler warning, it's not, but oh yeah, one of the cool things too about the remaster is they actually included a button input for both Soul Reaver 1 and Soul Reaver 2 to actually swap between like the textures of the original and the remaster. Pretty much these remasters are built from the foundation that the original games had, which is why especially Soul Reaver 2's run on the remaster is basically the Soul Reaver 2 run, but easier and with a cutscene skip button. Which is why everyone who runs Soul Reaver 2 nowadays probably runs this version. Hold on a sec. I'm trying to do a cool swimmer strat. Oh, I bonked. There we go. And then there's going to be a guy that spawns in here. Get the breakout glitch off of him. And then right here, I'm going to try to maintain my breakout glitch state as I do another airwalk with time stop to get over here. And then now we're going to climb this wall. So Soul Reaver 2 is kind of built in a way where you keep all of the stuff that you unlocked, like Metroidvania upgrade-wise, from Soul Reaver 1. So in some ways, like those like new like elemental Reavers are supposed to be like your new dungeon items, for lack of a better term. And so because of that, and because we can just kind of skip getting those dungeon items, it breaks things. So this, for example, we need another one called the Air Reaver. But what I can do is time stop through that door and then re-trigger the breakout glitch on the enemy through the wall. That's a pretty big theme of Soul Reaver 2 specifically. And then we'll do another double crouch jump. We avoided the ledge grab. Nicely done. And so we are told that somewhere in this room our free will exists. But instead of there being free will, there's a time machine that takes us to the other end of free will. I don't know. This bit kind of sucks, low-key, but whatever. But this is where we realize the free will wasn't to be found here, so we're going to turn around and go the opposite direction. And when you go through time in this game, it causes like that kind of tunnel area and like a lot of other stuff to kind of change. So there's going to be a lot less water to swim through, and because of that, we're going to have to rely on time stop a lot more in order to get through here. But thankfully, we don't need the Air Reaver on the way out here. So now we're going to make our way through this door, and now we got to go through that same tunnel we went through, but backwards. Beyond all something. I love cutting off, like, the cutscenes in this game. Like, this game's cutscenes, as well as its voice acting in both this and Soul Reaver 1, is just absolute perfection. So it's really funny, as a fan of this game and Soul Reaver 1, to just constantly cut them off. Gonna try to skip a ledge grab there. Nice.
Is it going to turn out that the free will is the friends we made along the way?
No, well, I mean, the friends we made along the way is like a separate thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Because I don't think in this universe free will is even real, but you still have friends regardless of that fact. So we're gonna do a big airwalk here. We're intended to use the air Reaver to create like these air gusts, similar to what you were like what we were supposed to use in Zephon's Silence Cathedral to get up, but instead we can do an airwalk from high enough to get us up to this ledge, and then low-key, this is like. That right there is low-key one of the hardest jumps in the run, because that geometry, to do that without a crouch jump is a nightmare. So actually low-key kind of happy I hit that. Tried to skip another ledge grab there, but it's fine. All right, so we're just going to be kind of running through here. We're going to do a handful of time stops here and there, maybe a couple of door jumps here or there. You know the vibes. But yeah, once again, y'all, thank you so much for getting this incentive event. And another incentive meant for tomorrow, by the way. I can't, like, I don't want to say what is wrong with you people, because that implies you did something wrong, but, like, good God. You all have blown me away. Thank you so much, everybody. It's going to just a great cause, too, as someone else who is, queer. I'm just super grateful for what our community is doing here, so...
All we got is us.
While we're taking the walk of shame back through the cave, Adam, if you've got anything you'd like to we'd like to update on us. Us on. Oh my God, my words.
Just want to really hit home the Goromi costume for Private Yakuza in Hawaii. So it's a $300 incentive. That is the 4th run tomorrow. It'll be about 3 hours in. That donation incentive will be open all night. If you haven't seen it, you can look in chat. A T-Tree, one of our wonderful host coordinators, posted a link to the outfit. It is impossible to describe using the English language and any other language, honestly. But everyone should click on that link and then donate, because my goodness, that I really want to watch a whole Yakuza run with Majima wearing that outfit. Please and thank you.
That would be very funny. I would love to see that happen. So coming up through the other bit here, if you kind of might remember seeing this area from Soul Reaver 1. Those are the pillars. They're like super important to the plot, and that's actually where we did the first Kain boss fight in Soul Reaver 1. But they're just kind of there, and the ghost lady we were talking about earlier kind of like shows up in this spot too. But we're gonna skip this cutscene through the door, and then I'm gonna set up another breakout glitch on this second guy. So one thing with both of these games is that when you take damage, it will typically cancel the breakout glitch. So it's really important to avoid that when possible. So we do one right there, and we're kind of just using the time stop airwalks in order to get as far through a wall past the loading, basically until we can't anymore because of the way the loading zones are. And then coming up, we're going, so the way, so you might notice as well if you've never seen, if you've played this game before, that I don't have the Soul Reaver. You're supposed to, be able to use that, and then a thing happens where they kind of shake up the way that the Soul Reaver works mechanically. But if we do a save and quit off of a save point, it will actually give us kind of the OG overpowered version of the Soul Reaver that you have at the start of the game before it gets nerfed, or when your favorite Overwatch main gets reworked, for lack of a better term. So because we never saw that cutscene, we will, once we do the save and quit, we will have the unnerfed Soul Reaver for the rest of the game, which is going to be stupidly busted for literally everything else. So as soon as I make this save go through, I can immediately go ahead and quit game and reload, and you'll see that Soul Reaver pop up just like that. And now, from here, we're going to go get the breakout glitch off of this bald lady right here. I don't know why they're so bald. Ow. I'm going to go for kind of a swag strat. Oh, we got it. Let's go.
Nice.
If your timing on that is ever too slow, you hit the wrong loading plane and you soft lock. But you make a save right there, so it's fine, right? You just reload the save. Oh, I almost got Hadouken from the bald lady off camera. That was crazy. So there's supposed to be an ambush in this room that you can kind of see over here. These enemies, their AI is deloaded, but they still are, enemies.
Oh, just gonna scooch past you right here.
Yeah, exactly. And that lets us get the breakout glitch to sort of reset time stop. Now, this room right here is supposed to be where, like, Morbius is, like, it's Morbin time, and then he, like, messes with the Soul Reaver. And because we skipped that, these dudes, who are supposed to be really tough fights, their AI doesn't load, and the door doesn't shut. So we can leave and do one more time stop airwalk to cross over this way, basically avoiding... I'm not going to spoil who those people we skipped are. You'll just have to play this game yourself. And then we're going to go ahead and defeat the final boss. And because we have the Soul Reaver in the broken state, we can go 20 hits and he dies. 2, 3, 4 times on hit. 5... Ow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... Oh, time! Okay, I miscounted.
Oh, GG!
I renounce you. Alright, and that's Soul Reaver 2. I just wanted to play that one little line right there. It's one of my favorites. I renounce you. So yeah, we met Morbius, we went to go find our free will, didn't find it there, turned around, ran into a guy with a bad bowl cut, and then killed him. And that's Soul Reaver 2 Remastered 80%.
That's a Friday night if I've ever heard of one.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what a joy that was. Like I said earlier, my name is Jaxler. If you want to watch more runs of more so Soul Reaver 1, or any other weird games that you might not have heard of, you can find me at twitch.tv/Jaxler1. Shoutouts to FPE and the crew for letting me close out the first night, and shoutouts to y'all in chat and in the donations for being incredible. I can't emphasize enough how much all that support means to me. Thank you all so, so much. But yeah, that is gonna be it from me. I will throw it back over to Adam, and hopefully we'll see some of y'all around here again tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Jaxler. Those were 2 incredible runs. That was so much fun. Definitely one of those. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but my goodness, I'm glad that I got myself into it.